What up, everybody? Happy Thursday. If you are new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute, get the boot.
Your girl, as whack as she is in all her glory, was in the New York Times. All right, you guys, welcome back. Disclaimer. This platform discusses any and all information that has been made known to the public in any way. I am not a journalist, okay? I am a commentator, all right? The views and opinions expressed in this video and on WhitneyD TV YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinions on Whitney D and Whitney D's TV channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. Comedy, satire, TV, rated mature. Viewer discretion is highly advised. And all commentary is all alleged, but very, very real. Hey, you guys, welcome back to Straight Talk with Whitney D. It is Thursday, baby. Okay, so y'all already know what it's hitting for, what it's bringing. I'm sorry for the mix up in the overlay. Okay, all right. Your girl is ready to get everything started. We have a special guest that's going to be tuning in with us on tonight. I'm going to be waiting on her to come in because we have a specific topic that we're going to be discussing on tonight, and I had to get some backup on it. We're going to be talking about Roe versus Wade, and if you can really handle what a man has to say to you, okay? Because it seems like I was, strolling through some information today, and I saw this particular post, and I was just like, So the question that was posed is, women can't handle honesty. All right, so we're going to talk about if that is factual in lieu of this particular topic that they were talking about. We're going to, of course, like I said, be talking about Roe versus Wade and my opinions on that. I haven't really talked about it on either one of my platforms until now. So I'm going to give my opinion in regards to the overturn of Roe versus Wade, as well as we're going to be talking about some industry information. Okay. And when I say industry, I mean modeling. Okay. For those that aren't familiar with me, hi, I'm Whitney D. Okay. Whitney Davis. I am a published model. And I was signed for years up until last year when I discontinued my contract with my agency. But I was well in this game well before over 15 years. Now, gosh, almost 20 years now since I was like in my teens, in my early tweens, I was in the modeling industry. And so I accumulated a lot of knowledge over the time. And so it was something that was posted on another model / artist's page that I wanted to talk about. It's about the industry, but it's also about us as Black people. Okay, so I asked that you guys tickle my fancy in regards to that particular topic. But in the meantime, in between time, I want to say welcome, everybody. Welcome to Straight Talk with Whitney D. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. If this is new for you, if you're just now tuning in regards to Straight Talk. I know some people are used to seeing me behind the screen talking about R. Kelly, but there's more to me than R. Smelly. Okay, not for nothing, make sure you like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Make sure you keep it cute, okay, or you will get the boot, okay, in one way or another, by either one of my beautiful mods or by myself. Okay, I'm gonna kick you on up out of here, okay? Because this is a safe space. You should be able to feel free to yell, cry, cuss, fuss, as long as you keep it respectfully. Okay, that is the name of the game here at Whitney D TV. Respect. All right, respect my authority. Okay, just that simple. Just respect me. Okay. All right. Now, warning: these are real life situations. Please be kind. Which I want to say, yeah, 2 out of 3 situations are topics that we're going to be talking about is really going on in the world. And I want to tread as lightly as I possibly can in regards to us talking about abortions and the laws and modeling Black people, and then, real life situations. Okay. Now, if you would like to join the channel, okay, why not? Okay. It's better here. Okay. Link is pinned in the chat, or you can find it located in the description box at the end of this video, or you can click out of that chat box and click the button that says join that's located right up under this video. Okay. All right. Now, if you would like to support me, you can do so by sending me a super chat, which is the $sign that's right there in the chat. You can just spam that and send your girl a love offering, or you can send me a cash out at Whitney D TV 87, and that's open anytime, child, anytime. All right. Now, this material is protected by fair use clause, my bad, of Copyright Act of 1976, allowing the rebroadcast of copyrighted materials for the purposes of commentary, entertainment, and education. All right. Now, if you would like to send your girl anything pertaining to anything, you can do so by sending it to my P.O. box. That's located on the screen. Okay. And I ask that you just keep it cute. Please don't send me no craziness through my P.O. box. Okay. This is my P.O. box. And I had some crazies trying to infiltrate it. And I had to reset my whole freaking box because people was tripping. Okay. So make sure that y'all send proper stuff in regards to it. Okay. Okay, now if you need straight talk, you can hit your girl up at reviewswithWhitneyD@gmail.com. All right, and I will get back at you. Okay, all right. So I think that's everything. Okay, let me go ahead and get into these comments. I think it's real short, so we can get right on into everything. Okay. Okay. Hey Kamiko, my honey bunches, one of my awesome mods in the building. She says, hello, Whitney DTV. Hello. And she's dancing. Yeah, that music. I love my music, child. I love it. And it's free. Okay. I love it. All right. All right. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Those that are live watching right now, and those that are watching the playback or whatever. Hello and welcome to. Hold on, I got a broken in. Hello and welcome to Whitney DTV. All right. All right. Shouts out to my brand affiliations and products that I represent. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Louis Z Boutique. I have San Antonio lashes on my eyes. I have not been able to get child. These are my favorite pair of lashes. Like seriously. From their brand, okay? And you can visit Louis Z Boutique at louis_z_boutique on IG, or local here in Dallas, Texas at 469-836-2967. I love these lashes, okay? And I am using the eyeliner that got built-in glue. I can't find it, but I'm using that adhesive, and it's doing just fine. It's not sliding off or nothing. It was real quick. I slid it on. Bye, y'all. Real cool. And then I have my good old Shea Michelle Cosmetics on the lips. Okay. So, and I got an ombre going on, dark to light. Oh, I'm just feeling pink and fabulous today. Okay. And then, oh my God, I can't remember where I got this little bustier top. I love being flat chested, child. I can wear anything. Okay. But I can't remember the boutique, child. You got to visit me on IG. I do all my tagging and stuff like that with pictures afterwards. Okay. But shouts out to them, as well as Suja. Okay, Organics. Your girl is a brand ambassador of Suja Organics. You can find it at Walmart and all of your major retail stores and Whole Food stores. I love it. This is my favorite vibrant bio probiotic, my bad. And it's purified water, strawberries, raspberry, lemon, honey. It's delicious. Okay, I love it. 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 But what I'm gonna be sipping on today. Okay, I know I'm not doing any liquor no more, but my husband made me a root beer float. Okay, Briar's ice cream, and then we got Brock's or whatever that B word root beer. Oh, it's good. Woo! Woo! So good. So good. Oh, we got some people that came in. Reaction therapy in the building. Hey, beautiful. She says, I love the commentary. Do you have a eye disease? Just wondering. Good. No, you're okay. So I was not born like this. Okay. What happened can happen to you too. So, and I actually did a video about it, a story time about it. You can look it up because I'm not ashamed about it at all. I was not born like this. However, I was supposed to wear glasses ever since I was little. Literally everyone in my family wears glasses or supposed to, right? And so when I was younger, I didn't want to be four eyes and all this stuff like that. So I would break my glasses. So over time, in my last marriage, I can recall, I noticed my eyes doing this whole stuck thing. Like somebody would come in and they would get stuck, like cocked, right? And so I was like, okay, I'm just tired. Let me get away from my laptop, because all my years, I've always been in logistics or something dealing with computers, right? And so over time, not paying attention, not loving myself like I'm supposed to and taking care of myself, my eyes just began lazy. And that's exactly what it is. I have a lazy eye. It's a muscle issue, if you will. So I wasn't born this way, but over time, not correcting the issue caused for my eye to be lazy. And basically it's a muscle that don't get lazy. I can do therapy and it can go right back to how it is, but that's me not taking out the time that I need to focus on myself. But don't worry about asking. Look, I'm an open book, but no eye disease. This is just a condition which is called girl, I got a whole channel based around my lazy eye. It's called My Lazy Journey. Check it out here on YouTube. I talk about it all the time. So yes, okay. Monica says, we got my special guest in the building. Okay. Monica says, hey girl, I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you. Reaction Therapy says, you are gorgeous though. I was not being shady. Look, I know when people are doing throwing shade, and I don't have any problem talking about my eye situation, girl. Yeah, like you said, I'm still gorgeous, chat. It ain't stopped nothing. Oh, okay, got a whole husband and kids, baby. It ain't stopped nothing. All right, okay. Xavier says, asking my niece that effery. I'm playing, but that's good. You ask instead of assuming. We have love for you. It's okay. Thank you so much. You see why I love my. Look at my mod. My mom put my other channel in the, thank you, Whitney D's story on her other channel. Thank you so much, Kamiko. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. All right, you guys. Okay. So we have a fun-filled, packed night tonight. Packed. We got 3 topics we're going to be talking about. Like I said, first and foremost, we're going to be talking about Roe versus Wade, which is the abortion law that got turned over. I'm going to be finally giving my commentary and my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on it, as well as we're going to be talking about because she's Black. And that's more of an industry question, as well as a community question that I actually have my special guest in the building that we're going to be talking about, because it was actually a post that she made that I was just like, nah. Okay. So we're going to be talking about that. Maybe that can be insightful for you guys. And then last but not least, like I said, in no particular order, women can't handle honesty. Is that true? We're going to talk about that all tonight, okay? So we're going to take a real quick break. Go ahead and grab you some snack or something to drink on, and I'm going to get my guests on the line, and we'll be right back, okay? All right.
Don't you just love trolls? Said no one ever. What if I told you I know how to minimize, virtually erase your channel trolls? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. Hi, I'm Whitney D of WhitneyD TV, and with my 2-step process, get your trolls under your thumb. What does trolling mean? To antagonize others online by deliberately posting inflammatory, irrelevant, or offensive comments, or other disruptive content. Trolls engage in the most outrageous and offensive behavior possible, all the better to troll you with. As a content creator myself, I dealt with trolling head on into the start of my YouTube career, and it was devastating. As time went on, however, I discovered settings and controls that helped me minimize and virtually erase trolling, and I loved it. Doing these easy steps changed everything. Click the link below to get my ebook on how to stop trolling.
All right, you guys, we are back, okay? And I have my special guest that's here. I'm actually first and foremost about to pull up the video, okay? And I'm gonna let you guys see it first, and then we're gonna get into a dialect in regards to it, and y'all let me know your opinions about it, okay? All right, so let me scroll down. I got it, but I don't feel like sending it to myself and download. I may. Let me see if I can get to it first. Let me see. If it takes too long, I'm just going to pull it up. I have it. Almost there, y'all. Let me see. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to myself because it's taking too long on here to get to her channel. Let me see. Oh, well, I'm almost there. Okay. I found it. Okay, no, that wasn't it. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was this far back, sunshine. I can't even remember the date that you did it. I've been gone, y'all. Okay, found it. I found it, y'all. Okay, let me share my screen and let me let y'all see this. And then I'm gonna bring sunshine on it. We're gonna have a dialect, okay? All right. Okay. All right. I'm fixing to make it big so you guys can see. Hold on. Maybe you guys have already seen this, but I'm going to. Okay, check this out, y'all. I muted the music. All right. Okay. So I know you guys see it. If for you guys that don't see it, okay. This young lady is a model, and you can see that she's auditioning. She has a row of a long line of models back there with her, but she is on the runway auditioning, casting for whatever show, whatever. And she has a baby on baby in her arm with a bottle. And Sunshine made this particular post, okay? And this was her caption in regards to this particular post. And I chimed in on it, okay? Let me get to it. Oh, did I miss it? Did I lose it by doing that? I lost it, but okay, it don't matter. I got it right here. Okay, I'm not gonna play with Facebook. Trying to make me not be, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna bring Sunshine on, okay? And let me do this.
Okay.
Hey, Sunshine.
Hey, can you hear me really good?
I can hear you really good.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
So Sunshine made this particular post, okay? And in the process of her making this post, she said, OMG, y'all be doing the most. Girl, leave that baby at home. This don't make you a fierce model just because you know how to walk with your baby in your arms. She not special because she still brought her baby to a model call. This is unprofessional. I'm tired of people doing things like this and folks celebrating like it's an accomplishment. Okay. Now, I brought Sunshine on because I agreed with her in the aspect of, I get it. Baby girl probably couldn't find a sitter or whatever the case. And this is exactly what I said. Well, I can't tell you exactly, but I'm going to tell you because I know what I said. I said, I get it. As a parent, I mean, you got to do what you have to do. But as a professional model, I've been there. I've got countless amounts of video where I've actually had my babies on the road with me, literally, seriously. And I'm not just ducking driving. Yeah, I'm trying to find a post, so excuse it off on the side. But I literally had Demi and Denim with me because Darren had to work, and I had to go to Austin, Texas, okay, with my babies, okay. What I did, however, was I set they bus out at the door, okay, and I auditioned. I asked one of the fellow models that were out there, hey, can you watch them? And, and I made sure that, Denim was either sleeping or he was comfortable. And then Demi already knew because she's used to mama working. So she knew better. Sit your butt down and act accordingly. Right. And that's what she did. So I get that as a parent, but as a business professional, also being in the position that I have been in to be able to hire models, I wouldn't hire her because that means that you're going to bring your personal business to work. You not having a sitter ain't got nothing to do with me, sis. No shade. It's me being a professional. This is showing me that if I hire you and I book you for this fashion show, if you don't have a sitter, we're going to be your sitter. We're going to have to worry about your child. That's not our responsibility. You can't bring your child to that call center now, can you? No.
Exactly.
Y'all know not to do that for the white man. But then again, she's black, so we're supposed to pat her on her back for trying. No. That's why us in the community are stagnant, because we are allowed stuff like this. But that's my opinion. That's what I had to say. But I wanted to bring somebody else on, Sunshine Love, who has all aspects. She's a model, she's an artist, and she's a professional. So there we go. We finally found it. What do you have to say in regards to this, Sue?
Well, and this is not knocking. First of all, thank you for letting me be on the show. I really do appreciate it. This is really exciting for me. But I wasn't trying, and I don't want anybody who's a mother, who's a model, who's a professional, who's a career woman to take this the wrong way, because I was not on my post shooting jabs at mothers, and I'm still not shooting jabs at mothers. True, if anybody follows me, they do know that I do not have any children, but at the same time, I'm not a person who cannot be empathetic. I can be very empathetic. And so with that being said, I'm not taking any stabs at any mothers in any profession whatsoever. I completely understand from an empathetic point of view what mothers will have to sacrifice and go through just to chase their dreams nowadays. So I want to put that out there so everybody who's listening will understand I am not taking a jab at her for being a mother. I'm not doing that. But what I do have to say about this, though, I found this to be really unprofessional. As a model, I do a lot of freelance models. I've never been signed by an agency before, but I have been hired by professionals to do shoots. I have been in professional runway shows before. I don't really post every single thing because some stuff, as you know, Whitney, some stuff we can't even post. You know what I'm saying? We get hired for jobs. We can't post that stuff because the company hired us just to do that job, and that's it. I've traveled across this country and done some things in California. I've been to Vegas. I've been to Florida. I've been to New York. I've been to Chicago and got hired for jobs and done things. Now, this particular young lady is in Chicago, and she was just doing a local urban fashion show that she was auditioning for. So I'm assuming that's probably why it was okay. But that's what I think. That's the problem with that. In my opinion, it's never okay, because I feel like you should remain professional at all times, because you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who sees you. A lot of my jobs came from people who saw me, not from the people who was at the event. They saw me online somewhere and they liked what they saw and they hired me. So you don't know who's watching you anywhere. You know what I mean? And what bothered me about this was several things. Because number one, I didn't really like her walk either, but that's a whole nother topic, because that walk was a little too wobbly if you ask me. But that's something completely different. I want to focus on the fact that she brought this baby here and everybody was cheering. I guess they cheering for her walk and the fact that she did it with a baby in her arms, and all of that to me is just like, no. If this was me, because I actually do events and I hire models for my events, I wouldn't hire her, because my thing is, the day of the show, if you can't come tell me I didn't have a babysitter, because then I'm gonna be mad at myself, because I hired you and you came to my audition like that. I should have known then that you might come to the show like that. You know, you can't come to my show like that, you know, and it's nothing against her. You know what I'm saying? I went to her page. She does a lot. You know, she hosts modeling classes and everything. But again, with you being a professional, I wouldn't go to your modeling class if this how you audition, because I don't want to learn those type of characteristics. Like the people who I get hired by would never hire her. Never hire her.
Not at all.
How great her pictures look. It's first impression is the last impression, if you ask me. You know, right. It's always going to be your best and your only chance to show somebody what you have. Regardless if you've been living in this city forever and everybody knows you, you still have got to remain professional. Like you mentioned, I would have had somebody watch my child. Hey, come with me. Their walk is less than 1 minute. I would have had somebody in the line hold my baby so I can walk something, but I'm not walking. I'm not going to audition. I'm not going to no job interview with my baby in my hand like that, you know, and trying to make it seem like because, you know, one thing about modeling that I noticed, of course, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure you can agree, they sometimes when you go to these companies, they want you to model what you have on, your clothes, your hair, your jewelry. They want you to model what you have on. I'm assuming this wasn't that type of event where she can model with the baby. I'm assuming this wasn't that type of photo shoot, event, etc. I do know that there are some events and shows and photo shoots where the baby, it can be a part. And they want to see how you do that. But judging by off of everybody's background, I'm assuming this wasn't it. So,
you know, and it wasn't. And what got me is to see her with this baby who had a bottle. Girl, you could have passed that baby on somebody and let them do the same thing that you're doing right now. Because
the baby looks sweet.
He looked content. But I wanted to bring
that walk is less than 2 minutes. So
less than that. I wanted to bring a professional who I've worked with. She discovered me years ago, Jennifer Hobson Garmer, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself and let you guys know she's in this industry. Jennifer, what do you have to say about the topic?
Hey, thanks for letting me chime in. You know, this was something I wanted to talk about. You know, I have a few things to say. As someone who started in the modeling industry at age 11, I can tell you that Macy's would have never let me walk like that. Neither one of my agents would have let me walk like that. And matter of fact, they would not have signed me. I can tell you, as a producer of live events, a producer of fashion shows, New York Fashion Week, Portland Fashion Week, Fire and Ice, been on numerous national channels with my fashion shows. I can tell you, I would have asked her to stop after 2 steps. Matter of fact, she wouldn't have made it to the runway.
She wouldn't have made it to the door.
She would not have made it to the runway. And there's a few things. Now, let me be very clear. I'm a mother. And I have absolutely, like Whitney said, I've taken my kids with me when I've auditioned models. As a matter of fact, the first day that I met Whitney, my children were at my event. They were at my call, but they were at another table, sitting down with their stuff, behaving, because I was a professional, and I am a professional, and I was on show. And as a professional, I have to expect the same thing, and I have to demonstrate what I'm going to expect from my models. There's no way I would have booked her for 3 reasons. Now, hear me close. 1, she doesn't quite understand the real meaning behind modeling. Oh, it's not about her. It's not about her body. Can you sell that outfit? Can you sell that purse? Can you make anybody who's watching you walk down that runway? Can you make anybody think and imagine that they are you? And to me, when I saw her walk, that's not what that was. It was about her. It was about her body. And matter of fact, those posers were not mainstream. Those posers were not professional. Nope. Second, you had your baby in your arms. Completely unprofessional. And if you couldn't find a sitter, you know what? Maybe this show was not for you. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Come to a show when you're ready to be a professional. You can come and do your job and act like a professional model. And then again, I just, the whole entire atmosphere, it's not something that I would have accepted. So all the way around, and we need to stop giving praise and kudos to lack of professionalism, lack of mainstream, mediocre, because it's only making our productions, what we do, less than. And if I hear one more time about an urban show, a black show, I don't do urban shows. I don't do black shows. Nordstrom's doesn't do urban shows. Mercedes Fashion Week does not do urban shows. Portland Fashion Week does not do urban shows. And ask me who's making the money. I'll just leave it there. Who's making the money? So, Whitney, you knew I was gonna have to chime in on this.
I already knew. I was waiting. I already put the tap in. I was like, tap in. Because, and this is where I got my coaching from, you guys, like for real, like nothing mediocre. I remember when I came to Jennifer and I thought, baby, I had it. She was like, no, ma'am, turn back around. So what she's saying is absolutely right. And I thought my walk was all on point. And she was like, no, you're short. So you need to elongate your neck.
Boy.
She ate me alive. But
I got ate alive too.
Yeah, and then I was not just skinny. Like I had a little cut. She was like, you got to be a size 2. And I was like, oh snap, I'm a 3. And so that's why we tell people like, no, this industry will eat you alive.
Eat you alive. That's right.
And so that's why I was saying we're doing this because she's black.
Yeah, that's not right.
I'm tired of that. I don't care anything that's making her stagnant. Tell her the truth.
Yeah,
I'm the brilliant model that I am. When I take my photo shoots and people meet me in real life, they're like, "Oh, you're short." Yeah, I learned how to elongate myself. I learned them angles. I learned how to look tall. You know, and that's because I was told you're short and you'll never make it.
Yeah.
So my thing is that if we continue to tell her, kudos to you. She gonna go in front of, like Jennifer said, she's gonna go to New York and stuff. And they're gonna be like, ma'am, sit down. We can get somebody who doesn't have children, who understands the meaning of professionalism, and we'll book them. And you want to get mad because it's white Becky down the street. Well, she knows professionalism.
That's right.
Okay? So if we continue to allow this be an example of the black woman, then that's why y'all black women are getting sat down. I'm tired of hearing all of this. Oh no! Look at what we.
Yeah. No, and I'll say this with with Whitney. She's telling the truth. And I remember when I retired from modeling, got after about 10 years, and started my family and career, so on and so forth. And when we did Fire and Ice in 2011, and I met Whitney, and I knew she had something fierce, and I didn't care that she was short. What I cared about was that she was professional, that she was on time, that she was willing to listen, that she was willing to grow. And I will tell you, we upset some people. Okay. And I intentionally did it because when we were on Good Morning Texas, Whitney was my featured dance. She was my feature model, and she wore the celebrity red gown down that runway, and she closed that show. And I had 6'1", 6'2", size 1 models mad. I didn't care. I didn't care. And we sold out in 30 minutes. So I say all that to say, and I hope this young lady, eventually hears this and sees this. Not that we're putting her down. If she's willing to work, if she's willing to learn, if this is really something that she wants to do, she can be taught. She can be groomed.
She definitely can.
All of us.
That walk already makes me cringe. They're wobbling left and right.
I want to chime in on this real quick, ladies. Risky Opinion says, so what are you guys saying? The woman cannot be mother and a model at the same time.
That's not what I'm saying.
We're not saying that.
And then he says, she says, this is what's wrong with the community. We always bring down each other.
No.
Let me chime in real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all get on this. First and foremost, I'm a mother, Sweetness. We have 2 out of 3 of the people on this panel are mothers. So miss me with that. There's still no excuse, okay? I have my children that's inside my house right now while mommy is working. That's not what I'm saying. You can be both. I've been both for years now. I remember going down to Austin when I first got signed years ago with my husband and children, who sat out in the lobby while mommy was getting signed, who was tapping at the window, and I had to say, baby, go sit down. Mommy's trying to get signed. Miss me with that. That's not what I'm saying. It's a level of professionalism that comes with that role of being a model. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you're a model, you are a walking billboard. I can't sell anything with my baby in my arms if I'm trying to sell lingerie for Victoria's Secret, sweetie.
Hello.
It's an illusion that you're trying to give off as a model. I am a walking mannequin. Do you go to Macy's and see the mannequins in the window holding their babies? No, you don't. You see a mannequin with clothing on them, and your eye gravitates to the clothing because the mannequin is selling the clothing. You don't see a fake baby in that mannequin's arms because that's not a good representation. We're talking about level of professionalism, not the fact of the matter if they can and cannot do both. Now, in regards to your second statement, you said this is the problem with the community. We're always bringing down each other. No, sweetness. I am doing what we should do in the community and be honest with one another. And maybe that's why our show wouldn't have gone so long in 30 into sexually abusing everyone if we would have told him the truth that, hey, brother, get some help. You're not healthy. You're not good. This is not wise for you to take down the rest of the Black community. No, my brother or my sister that's on the other screen. This is what we need to do to say, hey, sister, I see you struggling. Let me hold your baby while you go.
I would have asked to hold her baby.
Okay? Miss me with what we're doing in the community. Okay? I'm giving her grace in regards of saying, hey, I'm a mom too. I understand this, but girl, we got to learn how to do this the right way. If we're getting opportunities and be put in positions, because I'm gonna close this out with this. I am 35 years old. I just got an opportunity to be a lobbyist for the city of Dallas in a position I've never did. Why? Because my level of professionalism, sweetheart. I've never been in politics, a political leader of anything, but they saw me on my platform. But if I would have had my babies running around here, talking all kind of noise, drinking, smoking, and acting a fool like us Black Negroes do, right? I would have got that opportunity because I didn't knock at the door. They came looking for me because they saw my presence here on Whitney D TV and my level of professionalism to let them know that, hey, I can do this job. So I am sitting here as the 35-year-old woman that I am and saying that I'm going to be able to sit before 14 city council members to get 11 votes turned over for a franchise that's a staple here in the Dallas, Texas metroplex. So miss me with what we're doing wrong for the community when I sit here as a Black woman and say, hey, sister, we need to do better as a community.
Yeah,
that's right. This channel with that because I do the work. All right. And I've been a mom since the age of 12 and I'm 35 years old. I've been this woman. But I also do common sense. Let me put my baby down to the side. Let me work this runway. I'll pick my baby up when it's all said and done.
That's right.
Y'all speak on that. I'm so proud of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ditto that, and I think it was risky opinions. So let me clarify, sir, ma'am. Please understand me, and you don't know me. But part of my purpose and my gift is to give and to share the legacy, and that's what I did with my fashion shows, and that's what I did with my company JHP. And so let me just give you a little bit of information. I have represented, managed, and trained models who have walked in Paris, who've walked overseas, who have walked in the biggest fashion shows in this country. I have managed and trained models who have been signed by Brown, by Kim Dawson, by the biggest fashion houses, the biggest modeling agencies in this world. So what I'm trying to give is some legacy and some knowledge here. We're not beating her down. We're saying, hey, there's another way. There's a better way. Let's step it up. Let's be professional. This is what you can do. And by the way, I want her to get signs. Let's be real. Because if she calls me today, I'm going to say, meet me on Saturday and I'll get you there. But she's not going to get signed. She's not going to get them dollars. She's not going to have that career walking like this with her baby in her arms. It's not going to happen. No one's going to sign her. This is not putting her down. This is sisters coming to the table to say, hold up. If you don't hear from us, first of all, we want you to hear from us. But if you don't hear from us, you're not going to hear it.
You ain't going to hear it at all.
You're not going to hear it at all.
White folks are really that don't really give a darn about the community are really going to show you by showing you that you're in it. And they're rude, y'all. I don't know what y'all understand. We are in the industry. They will be like, literally be like, get her out here.
They do not care.
They will. If you the look, modeling is not easy. Did I just not tell y'all I was a size 3. Look at skin I am. And I got told, no, ma'am, you the sample size is 2. Look how skinny I am. Okay,
Yeah.
miss me with that. They're not nice. Okay, this
They're
is
not.
a nice way of saying, "Hey, girl, hold them. They're not gonna book you. They'll just be like, give me the white girl right there, the blonde brunette. I mean, they
That's
will.
right.
They don't care. They not us. Okay,
That's
That's
a
right.
fact. And I would say, like, because I can tell from this video, like I said, I did a little research on the young lady. She is a freelance model. And from, because I'm always still freelance. I don't really want to be signed, because y'all know how, Whitney, you know how my life is with the art and poetry and everything. It's going to take too much. But with her, like, one thing that bothers me about it is, like, I kind of feel like most women who start off as freelance models feel like they don't have to be professional. And that's what bothers me the most about it. Like, I do get asked, as a freelance model, how are you able to maintain these opportunities? Because I'm going to walk up in there like I do have an agency on my back. Because I don't want them to show, I don't want it to be a difference between me and a girl who's with an agency. I actually want them to choose me, because all that money coming to me anyway. So please choose me so I can get paid, so I can take care of my life, you know. And just because, you know, she's in an environment where she is more freelance than she is agency, that, like I said, that doesn't give anybody an excuse to do that, to walk around and say, oh, it's okay, it's never okay. What I would say is, I used to get overlooked a lot too. One, because of the shortness. Two, I had no representation to, like, kind of help me and back me up on that. So I had to learn a lot of this stuff the hard way, which I'm pretty sure she's probably learning the hard way as well. And even still, when you're learning the hard way, you have to know who you're looking up to. When I did runway, I actually learned from watching a whole bunch of Dolce & Gabbana shows, Louis Vuitton shows, Gucci shows, Tom Ford, you know what I'm saying? Looking at how they walk, practicing, recording myself, then comparing my recording to their recording, and trying to make sure I got this down. Understanding that, yes, I am Black. Yes, I do have hips, but there's a way to do it. Tyra Banks was teaching me how to do it too, with the crisscrossing of my feet.
Say that.
And so I can make sure that I keep my hips in place, because my hips do sway, you know what I'm saying? And I can't help that, but I can make it look professional. She's just going off of, girl, you did that. And that's, to me, I don't want that type of praise, because that type of praise don't come with any money. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come with any accolades coming behind that that's professional. It doesn't come with any recommendations that I actually need to get me somewhere. Like, I did not get to New York by myself because I allowed, you know, I decided to stay stagnant in my game. I actually looked up to what, and it's funny because people like to tell me, well, you acting like you got all your stuff from white people. But that's who was paying me too. So if you want to actually go there, I mean, that's who's paying me. That's who's hiring me. That's who's booking me. Because the people in New York was white. The people in Florida was white. The people in California was white. The people in Vegas was white. You know what I'm saying? And they picked me out of, I actually had them tell me they picked me over agency models before. And that's because I maintained my professionalism. Like I say, this young lady, she gives out modeling classes. And I'm like, but I would never attend that. You cannot walk, and this is how you go into auditions. So you can't get me where I need to go. And with women who start off as freelance, they have to really think about if that's what they really, if modeling is what they want to do, if they're going to take it that seriously. Because if they are taking it seriously, especially asking somebody like me for advice, I'm gonna be honest, like, Jennifer, you haven't met me, but I saw Whitney before Whitney saw me. And when Whitney first saw me, I was excited, because I was like, I must be doing something right, because she saw me and she commented on my stuff and she was giving me advice. And every time she gave me advice, I just shut up and listen. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew she had been places that I haven't been to. You know, I knew, you know, she knew things and had been in this industry long enough. And where I was trying to get to at the time of my life when she met me, I knew whatever advice she gave me was actually a gem. You know, I paid it because I had paid attention to her a long time ago. So with that being said, I have made a decision on this. I want to be professional in this. This is not just a hobby. This is not just, you know, me saying, oh, I was a model one time in my life. No, this is something that I really want to do. This is who I am, you know. But if you're going to get to the level to where you're actually teaching classes, I feel like you should have taken all the necessary steps to take to be that type of professional, to where you can teach somebody how to walk, how to audition, how to show up, what to dress like, you know, things like that. With them all dressed in black, I mean, we can tell this is just a regular, you know, little show or whatever. But I mean, even down to them shoes that she got on, she shouldn't have on them shoes for that show.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, them shoes is wrong. The
I
walk
knew
is
Jennifer
wrong.
was gonna
Like
get on
all of
that.
that, the
Yep.
whole thing.
Well, I'm gonna respond to Risky Opinions, and there was a plus model in there who's made a couple of comments. So I'll end it with these comments. So let me be clear. There is a standard in this industry,
Thank you.
the professional industry. There is a standard, and there is a professional standard, and there's a professional expectation. And so I'm just going to say it like it is. Yes, we're saying, and I will say in here and say this professionally without apology, that when I was at the top of my game, when I was a professional model, I have since retired. Yes, I was the standard. Absolutely was. I got signed by 2 major modeling houses. I modeled for Express. I modeled for Macy's. I modeled for Neiman Marcus. I modeled for Limited. I was clearly doing something as an African American model. Size 6. Did you hear me? Size 6. I wasn't a size 2. I broke the mold. I was a size 6. And I did a national Pepsi commercial that went worldwide. So yes, I'm going to say at the top of my day, yeah, I was the standard, but I had to learn, and I had to be broken, and I had to learn, and I had to sponge, and I had to meet the standard. Otherwise, I wasn't going to be signed, and I wasn't going to have a career. Right. And so, yes, I will say the same thing. I have hired Whitney. I have managed Whitney. I have taken Whitney to the top of this career. So yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, she knows how to walk. Show does, because I taught her. I taught her how to walk, and I taught her how to wear a $3,000 gown, walk down that runway and sell it. That's what modeling is about. It is not about you. If you can't sell the purse you're carrying, the earrings on your ears, the hairstyle on your head, and whatever outfit that you are wearing down that runway, if you cannot sell it, you are not modeling. It does not care how cute you are, your hip size, how you pose with your ankle and turn that knee out, and the little look over the shoulder and wink. Matter of fact, real models, we don't turn over our shoulder. We don't wink. We don't shake our shoulder. We don't do all that. And let me tell you something else. You don't show up to a model call dressed like this. You won't even be let in. There's a certain standard that you come to a model call, and if you don't come to that model call with a fresh face, without makeup, hair in a ponytail, either jeans or leggings, you need to have on 3 to 4 or 5 inch black heels, no pumps like that, no wedges, no stripper shoes with a tank top. You're not being let in. Unapologetically, you can say narcissistic all you want to, but baby, I come with the receipts, and Whitney comes with the receipts. That's what we're saying. And we want more models. We want models to be successful. Yeah. We want our Black models to be successful. And I'll leave it like this. There's a place for everything in this industry. Yes, there's a place for the urban, the Black fashion show, what they call the chillin' shows. I don't do that. I don't do that. And if models want to do that route, happy for them. Have a great career and have fun. But me and my career, we are going to be main stage, and we're going to be standard. That's what we're saying.
I mean, everything you said, I'm over here shouting. I'm like, she is not lying.
No,
I mean, a lot of these women don't even know what comp cards are. So we not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tried to find hers, and I couldn't find hers. So I'm assuming she didn't have one, you know? And yes, oh my gosh, like you said, the makeup, the shirt, the shorts, the shoes. I didn't even, like I said, it was like I told you earlier, it was a lot wrong with this video. I only attacked the fact that she had the baby, because I was ready to break it all down, and I told you then it was too much.
Can I chime in? What you're seeing right here is what they call ballroom. That shake, that shimmer, that cross, that's what they do in the gauge. So, look. And let's be very clear. That has transitioned over to runway, but it's still considered urban. You don't see it even on Victoria's Secret, where you don't. Scandally clad dressed or whatever, and they are still professional. They're not tooting their butts out when their butts are hanging out. Their breasts are somewhat exposed, and they are still conducting themselves at a level of professionalism. Okay, no shade, no tea. There's a standard at the freaking company office. Let's not play these games. Again,
exactly.
There's a level of a standard that you have when you go to your 9 to 5. It's a freaking standard at McDonald's.
I
You
mean, and
will
it was
not have
funny
your
because
hair
I
tucked
had
in
said
your
on my
collar.
post,
Like,
it was funny because I had said on my post on one of my comments, because you know, one model, she had commented, you know, defending the model in here with the baby, and I was like, yeah, but you wouldn't go to a job interview with your kids. She's like, who wouldn't? You know what? You're right. Never mind, I'm gonna leave you alone because
Right.
if you're gonna go to your job, because I'm a professional, so I wouldn't. You know,
Yeah,
if
no,
you're
you
gonna go to
can't.
your job interview with your child, you let me know exactly. Because she was talking about some, she said on her comment, this is why I quit modeling, because all of the critics. And I said, well, this is why a lot of models don't go too far.
yeah.
You know,
And
like
like,
I'm
and,
not
and
trying to be a
Whitney,
critic to the young lady, but at the same time, I am trying to be a critic to the young lady. Because
Yeah.
you're walking out here in Chicago, Illinois, giving out modeling classes, but this is your standard. Who are you trying to teach? Like you said, are you trying to teach the children's circuit? Because if
yeah.
you
Right.
are, this is perfect for children's circuit. But for women who actually want to make this an actual professional for
Yes.
them, a profession for them, this is not it. This
No,
is
it's
not
not.
it. This is terrible. It's tacky. Like you said, that top, them shorts, them shoes, that makeup, all of that is tacky and terrible. And I, for one, when I see black models, I want them to go to the top. I want them to be great. So when I give
Yes.
advice, I'm going to give advice from the utmost, like, because like Jennifer, you don't know me. I'm a nude model. I'm also an artistic model. But if you met me, you would have never known unless I told you that I'm a nude model and an artistic model. Because even with me being a nude model, like you said, there is a place for everything in there. I'm very professional with my stuff. You know, like it's nothing distasteful. It's nothing like grotesque. You know what I'm saying? I actually put on my own art shows, and I've sold art across this country and overseas. You know, I have sold art to Africa. I sold art in Brazil. I sold art in Australia, and I'm working on right now with somebody in Paris. And so I sell little figurines and all this kind of stuff. And it's all of my stuff is very tasteful. It can be put up anywhere, a business, an office, a house, anywhere technically, you know. And because of the type of modeling that I do, I have to remain professional at all times because I can easily get slid and bunched
Yep.
up with the sex workers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That can easily
That's
get
right.
there. So
Yep.
that's why I think when I went on here and I posted about this and I was talking about it, it's like I know for a fact in my industry or the part of the side of modeling that I'm on, I can never drop professionalism. Never.
Never.
And I know she's probably not on that side of it because, you know, that side of modeling can be misinterpreted. If you don't even know what modeling is, it can definitely be misinterpreted. And a lot of females who do come to me for advice, who do know about me out here in Dallas as a model, they often ask me where I get those jobs from, how I get those jobs, with the ones where I don't have to take my clothes off or things like that, and get the professional ones. And it's just the fact of maintaining professionalism. I only wanted to talk about her professionalism because I feel like that's the number one thing that a lot of the females who come out, that's what they lack at.
Right.
You know, I feel like we can work on the clothes, the face, the attitude, the posing, but that professionalism is the one thing that we really
Yes.
need help with.
Yeah, no, you said that perfectly. I mean, again, and it goes to, are you willing to sponge, to learn? Are
Yeah.
you humble enough? And if you are, then yeah, I mean, everybody has to learn someplace. And so to Mr. or Mrs. or him, her risky opinions, I'm just gonna say this. I don't care if you've never heard about me, but I have receipts. And you're clearly here listening to Whitney's show, which means you've heard of Whitney. And so you can Google, look, you can Google me, okay? You can Google Fire and Ice. Please do. Please go Google Fire and Ice, and you'll see Whitney walking down the runway, shutting it down. And with my sponsor, Coca-Cola. That's right, I said it. You don't know, you don't get a sponsor, Coca-Cola, an international company, to come sponsor your fashion show if
Yeah.
you don't know what you're doing. So
Facts.
I'll just leave it at that. I mean, this was a great conversation with, I'm always trying to tune in and listen. And you knew I was going to chime into this one. And I just hope that she, this model, any other models that, they really do have the desire, the hope, the dream to make main stage, to be a professional model, to get signed and actually make money. I hope they listen to this, and I hope this pushes them to say, you know what, let me listen, let me get a mentor, let me get a coach, let me look at some of these models who actually do it, and we will support you, and we will hold your hand, and we will be your biggest cheerleader. This is not about tearing down sisters, not at all. This is about let's stop for a moment. Let's talk about what we cannot do, what we should not do, what's not professional. And now we're going to lift you up at the same time. Because listen, I stand on many shoulders. I would not have gotten in my career without so many people, and so many other ladies and young ladies and future models are going to stand on Whitney's shoulders, are going to stand on your shoulders, and are definitely standing on mine. So with that, sis, thank you for having me. Sunshine, it was so nice to meet you
too. I hope I
and
meet you in person.
absolutely. And Whitney, you know what? This got me thinking. I see Fire and Ice 4 coming back. So
Let's go.
I'll leave it at that.
Let's go.
Well, if you need a
poet, come on now.
If you need a poet, please reach out, because I am a professional poet as well. That's one of the reasons why I didn't go into agency, because I do art and poetry.
It's time. Yeah, these comments that we it's time. Okay, they haven't seen. It's been a while, so I got to back on out.
Yeah.
All right, I love y'all. Have a good.
Okay, bye, sis.
Thank you.
So, Sunshine, where can they find you?
You guys, y'all can find me on Facebook, where I act super crazy, Sunny Love. You can also find me on Instagram. I have been posting more of my art on Instagram. So you can follow me on as The Chocolate Muse, which is DA Chocolate Muse, is MUSE, or The Chocolate Muse, THE Chocolate Muse, MUSE. I'm on both of those. I've been posting more of my art there. Also, my modeling is on there. Some poetry is on there as well. You guys feel free to follow me. I will follow back. Oh, also, I have an art show in 3 months. So please make sure y'all follow me. The tickets do go on sale starting tomorrow. So follow me and you'll get all the details and information there. Whitney, thank you so much for having me on the show. Allow me to express myself on this topic, because you know it's eating me alive.
Me too. And we got some people pressed, baby.
We do. But that's okay. I like to shake the table. You know, I love shaking the table.
What?
Shake it.
The table. Well, you know, you're welcome back here anytime. You're more than welcome to hang in the bushes. We still have 2 more topics that we're going to be talking about. Yes. I know I'm going to shake the tables with this whole Roe versus Wade situation. And then we have this next topic that it's put out there that women can't handle honesty. So so if the link is gonna be out there, so if you want to tap back in on any one of them topics, you're more than welcome to. But thank you for coming on.
No problem. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. That was a power hour. That was a powerful hour, child. Woo, 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 baby. We done shook the table, child. We done got people upset, hot and bothered, but that's what I'm accustomed to, child. I'm used to that, all right? Y'all know how we do here at WhitneyD TV. I hope you guys were informed, and I'm just going to wrap that particular segment up about being very clear, baby, okay? I said what I said, all right? And no, you may not know me, but do you know all the thousands of models that are in the world? No, you don't. You never will. We have a lot of models that are in this world. Okay. Case in point is my beautiful son's baby mama, Jennifer Van Hook, who's been signed with Kim Dawson Agency for years, who's did countless amount of ass. I'll be walking in freaking Walmart and seeing her ass and stuff like that. Yeah, you tread lightly, baby, because I will drop receipts. I'll show you all the commercials that I've been in. You probably didn't notice me because my eye wasn't lazy then, and you didn't notice me right there. Or the movies that I've been in the background that I'm drinking coffee, but you didn't notice me because I'm an extra, but I'm in there. And my bank account know me. All right? Okay. And Jennifer, oh, not the one, baby. She's booked and busy. Okay, do your research before you try to fix your mouth on people. And it's funny how hypocritical this community is. You want to say that we are knocking down the Black community only to knock the Black community down. You see how stupid and retarded that sounds like? You all in the comments talking noise. I ain't never heard about you, but then you're gonna fix your mouth and say, why are we talking about a Black person? So I guess I'm not Black. Sit down and eat your food, okay? This ain't the channel for you, all right? Okay, so moving right along, okay? We are going to get on this next topic. I'm going to put Roe versus Wade to the end because I'm going to be dropping a video and stuff like that, and I want to give trigger warnings and things like that. So we're gonna take a quick, like seriously, real quick break. And I'm gonna come back and we're gonna get into, can women not handle honesty? I can. Okay, but God knows it's gonna be consequences. All right, I'll be right back.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. And I mean that. Don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now, I am here to let you guys know we are now accepting members. Let me stop stunning. We've been accepting members, but I'm here to tell you more information about the memberships, okay? It's just better here. Why not become a member and support your girl on a month-to-month basis, okay? Now, we have 4 different tiers that you can choose from. They'll probably be somewhere over here, okay? Not for nothing, we have Out of the Bushes for $199 a month, okay? And then you can become a Witness member. $3.99 a month. You can't beat that, okay? Now, if you want to take it up a notch and become a Witness gang member, just $9.99 a month, okay? Now, I see you. You want to go even further. That's great, okay? Become a Witness Nation member at $19.99. Okay, now all these proceeds go back into the channel, okay? I pride myself on doing due diligence to give you guys best quality product and content, okay? So if you love what you see here on WhitneyD TV and you want to keep it going, make sure you become a member, like right now, like today, like go do it now, okay? Comes with a lot of different perks like members only chats and member only videos and getting updates and exclusive information before anybody does, okay? So what are you waiting for? Go become a member like now. Like right now. Duh. Bye.
Woo, excuse me. Child, love me some Suja Organics, y'all. Check them out. SujaJuice.com, okay? And you can actually pick up this juice at any of your retail stores, Walmart or Whole Foods. I am a brand ambassador, okay? SujaJuice.com, okay? Oh my God, this is my vibrant probiotic. I love this juice. Like, oh my goodness. Not for that, you know, since I don't got branded and stuff like that, I'm nobody, right? You better look this up, baby. You can go to Walmart and get this, and I'm the face of it. Check me out. Y'all better sit down. Stop pulling my cards, okay? Anyways, you guys, let's get into it, okay? I saw this particular post, and I was just like, "Child, I know you lying." I was like, let me talk about it. Women can't handle honesty. So I wanted to talk about this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Oh, you know what, y'all? I didn't even break in Straight Talk. Child, I didn't even do that. Y'all know y'all can't be letting me get away with that. Straight Talk session in. Woo, child, this silly show. Y'all know y'all can't let me get away with stuff like that. Anyways, y'all, okay, so as you guys see this particular post right here, okay, and let me go ahead and update the banner down below. Okay, women, my bad, can't take honesty, okay? All right, so I'm gonna read this post and then I want y'all to chime in, okay? And we're gonna get into a healthy dialect, okay? This is Fatima and she actually shared this post, as you guys see, but it's Author Santana who says, women can't handle honesty. Okay, so it gonna say, nah, men can't handle that. There are repercussions to whatever they may be being honest about. If you admit you cheated and she leaves you, doesn't mean she can't handle honesty. Unless, of course, handle to you means accept what you did and stay. Oh, yeah. See, you see how I flipped that, right? You see how I flipped that, right? Okay, so let's get into it, okay? This this particular topic I am excited about. Baby, how we doing on the camera? You mind peeping back there and making sure that I'm not on the red? My flashing. Okay, cool. We doing good, y'all. We got one more topic and we gonna wrap it up, okay? So, all right. So, women can't handle honesty. And I'm rereading it again. Nah, men can't handle that there are repercussions to whatever they may be being honest about. If you admit you cheated and she leaves you, doesn't mean she can't handle honesty, unless, of course, handle to you means accept what you did and say. Let's talk about this topic, you guys, okay? Now, when I first saw the first top part about it, I was like, oh, I'm interested in this topic, and I want to see exactly what they mean by that. Now, the comments were very interesting to me or what have you, because I was just like, oh, okay, all right. So basically, it's a fliptation of it all. I thought it was going to be a man perspective of this or whatever, trying to tell us yeah. Nah, this is a woman kind of addressing the fact of the matter that a man is saying that we can't handle honesty. And you know what? I'm no shade, and my husband's sitting right over there. I gotta agree with this. It's like, okay, if we stay after a cheatation or whatever the case may be, good. Like, you can handle honesty. But if we don't, it's like, oh, you can't handle truth. That's why I didn't tell you nothing. But it's like, you still, like, this is the example that I use for people or whatever. Okay, so prime example, the law of the land, criminal behavior and stuff like that, right? You steal, you get caught, you go to jail, and you do time, right? That's just what it is. You did something out of order, you still have consequences for that behavior, just like sin. People want to make it seem like that, oh, God knows my heart, and you keep jucking and jiving for the rest of your life. But that sin is going to catch up with you, and you're going to have to reap thereof the consequences of whatever your sin is. It's no different. You do something to somebody, you got to understand that there's consequences on the other side of that, be it that they stay or go. It is going to be some issues. I'm not issues, but it's going to be consequences. And when people hear consequences, it's like, that's not negative or positive. It's a result as to an action that you did. So for me, I would have to agree with this particular post in regards to her saying that, for some men, handle means that you stay and that you accept whatever behavior, whatever it is. So you kudos to you, because you can take honesty. And I don't feel like that's fair. I feel like however way that woman moves, if you cheat and she stays or she goes, it's still going to be a consequence. Be it that she does stay, she's still going to have to deal with the fact of the matter that, dang, he did this to me. I'm hurt. I got to deal with this. This is in my mind, or whatever the case would be. Or, girl, you cheated. Oh, he's going to have to deal with it in his mind. And this is what I have to deal with. Even if he stays or she stays, if they go, they still have to deal with that. And that person that they leave are going to have to deal with that consequence regardless of what it is. So I feel as though I hate when men say that, because I've had that in my past or whatever. That's why I don't tell you nothing. I can't be honest with you. And it's just like, you can't get mad of how I'm responding to what you're telling me. That don't make no sense. I wanted to go to the group. This is where I got the post from. And I wanted to read some of the comments because I thought it was very, very interesting. Some of the comments that there we go. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Did I kick myself out? I wanted to read some of the comments. I don't know. I don't know if my husband wanted to chime in or not, but okay. So I wanted to get this post or whatever and pull up and see. And get this, y'all, ain't no comments. Ain't no comments. It was 5 shares, but ain't nobody comment on it. And so that's why I said I will. Okay, I would have to say that, yeah, you can't sit up here and say she can handle your truth or your honesty, or that's why you don't tell her nothing, because you gotta know that based off of whatever you say, that's just like us as kids. And you know what irritates me is when we get grown, we forget how it is to be kids sometimes, right? And I say that to say, for example, of when my daughter or my son does something, I don't respond right away, to like I guess uh bad behavior, if you will, because I'll be like, I was a kid, before. And I know how that can be, to where they do something and I don't want to respond negatively right away. You get what I'm saying? Or if I do, how I see that changes their demeanor or whatever the case may be. And so I want to say, in regards to this particular context, it's no different from a child. When they do something, we are going to respond. They're going to get in trouble for something. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that as a grown person, if you tell another grown person something, that they're supposed to be mute or they're supposed to not react? That don't make any sense. But that is predominant. I'm just saying, no shade to you men. And I got one over there, but that is something that y'all always say. So I would have to agree with this particular post. Nah, men can't handle that there are repercussions, okay, to whatever they may be being honest about, okay? And if you hear that in the context, depending on what they're being honest about, you may have a consequence for your honesty with that, and that should be okay. My thing is, I'm big on just be honest. If you're honest, then moving forward, then I respect that. Now, how I respond is how I respond, because one, this could possibly be the first time that I'm hearing this. Two, that my feelings get hurt in the process, or three, that well, again, one, I'm hurt. So, in regards to this particular post or what have you, I would have to say that I would agree. I would have to say that, yeah, I do feel like you hear that quite often a lot, that, if that woman stays, if she's handling it, oh, she's good with a man being honest. And no, you don't know how, even if she stays, how bad she's getting eaten up inside for staying, for dealing with that, for going through with that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was an interesting topic at hand. Okay. All right. We are going to take our last and final break, and we're going to come back with the final topic and a trigger warning in advance. Okay. But we're going to come back with the Roe versus Wade overturn and my opinion in regards to everything. I'll be right back. What up, you guys? Whitney D here with Whitney D, and we have merch. All right, you guys, we are back. Okay, so you guys all know that okay, so you guys all know that, this was a decision that just was here made for Roe versus Wade being overturned for the abortion. Now, a lot of people are like, well, what does that mean? Okay, so basically, I'm sorry, I'm reading stuff. Okay, so basically they're saying that, it can't be done, but from what I heard, it's like it's according to the state. I could be wrong, but here's my thoughts in regards to this. Okay, I've never, thank God, I've never had to have an abortion. Okay, I will say, when I was 16 and pregnant, That was an option for me. I was 16. I was afraid of what was going to happen to my body, what was going to happen to me. I was in track. I was good at it. I had so much stuff, going for myself, and I mean, I didn't understand what was going on. So that was clear option for me. I've had relatives had multiple, and to this day they deal with that, even though they have kids now. I've seen friends go through the process and again, are suffering from that. I feel like the choice of doing that is not an easy one. But when I hear the reasons behind it, and me being a woman of faith, Monica Anderson says, I love you guys, but it's not the same watching while I'm at work. I'm going to have to watch the replay. It's okay, baby. Thank you for tuning in, Monica. What I don't like is the reasoning behind abortion. Now we do know, when situations arise where it's like, great, take the G off, and in sexual situations. But let's be very clear and let's be real. Statistics show that that's a very low percentage. You do want to know what people go to get abortions for? Oh, I can't afford it, or oh, it's bad timing. I, as a woman with a vagina and who has the option of not reproducing, first and foremost, what my Bible tells me is that God, children are blessings, regardless of the circumstances. There are blessings. And I said in prime example of me being 16 when I got pregnant and I had to give birth to my child who was deceased. I loved that baby. My feelings changed because I gave birth to him. And I'm not saying that, so you're saying that a person that gets raped. I've talked to a lot of great babies. Take the G off. I promise you. One of my friends was a product of that. Okay? Who name will be nameless. Off in college, she pledged. She pledged, and her mom are the best of friends. And she's her mom's only child. In those circumstances, I feel like it's not the child's fault. And on the contrary, we want to hear that, oh, these babies are just cells when they're not. They're not just cells. You got to hear how long into the stages that women decide to get these abortions. You're going to hear from a doctor who performs several of them. Okay? And no, don't run. Don't turn your eyes. Listen to my body, my choice. Does that baby that you're ripping apart limb from limb not have a say so? What if that happened to you? If you ask me, you taking full control over your body is to use a condom. Is to not have sex if you're not ready. We are not kids to where we don't know what if we have sex, what comes after that. Either a STD or a child. Period. It's the reproductive organ. So to hear that this is my choice, my right, my body to make this choice, and this is going to cause women to go out and do crazy things. No, you mean to tell me that instead of closing your legs or choosing methods in which you can choose to keep yourself from getting pregnant, that you prefer to go inflict pain on yourself because you just don't want to get pregnant? It means tells me that you ain't got no daggone self-control. I've been married going on 9 years now. 7. How long, baby? 2014. Anyways, well into the time. And We've clocked our children because we practice natural birth control, meaning to take aware of when I'm ovulating, when I'm not, and when it's the proper time and things to that nature. Because I control my body. I don't need the government to tell me when and when I cannot have a child and how to do it and stuff like that. It's rather sickening to me that this is what you guys scream out when it comes to my choice, my body. When you weren't screaming it when you was up in old boy face, riding the ping or letting him slip and slide up in you. Again, I am not talking about the situations where people are put in rape situations or incestual situations. That's a very small few. I'm talking about the people that makes fun of this. I saw a World Star video where this girl was like, he's an F boy. I'm finna go kill his baby. Come on now. We're going to talk about it. See, that's what I see more of. See, when you grown, you make grown people decisions. You use condoms. You get on birth control, which is crazy as heck, to be honest with you. Like I said, me and my husband stopped using condoms the first time that we became husband and wife, probably before then. And we got 2 children out of all the years. Ain't no slip up happens or none of that. Because I'm a grown woman and I know what I'm doing. And if I don't want any more children, I'm going to pay attention to my body and not put myself in that situation. I'm not going to look to the government to take care of my waste or my issue or my mistake. That's my issue when it comes to abortions. And on the contrary, those that got it, like I said, I'm just saying, no, I understand. You had to do what you had to do. And no condemnation. But to hear about what's her name? I think it's Gabrielle Reese or something like that. They're dragging her because she's a Christian in her views. Y'all, this ain't new. We've been feeling like this as Christians. Like, what? So y'all finna counsel her because she don't agree with the masses? Well, counsel me. Good luck with that. Because I said what I said. You wonder why America is so damaged. All the blood of these children lies in this country. So you mean to tell me that, oh, now the rates of women doing this is going to go up? Well, good luck with that. No shade. If you that bold and you should look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, how do you even get in this situation to where you have a child within you that you don't want? Again, not in a situation that's incestual or great. But how did you get in this situation? When now they have over-the-counter Plan B. It's like, that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it, period. But I wanted y'all to hear from a physicianal doctor who performs these. And you let me know if this is a walk in the park. Again, trigger warning. This is going to be very, very descriptive. He is going to literally tell you what the procedure is and how he gets it done. Trigger warning, please remove yourself from the screen at this time if you have a sensitive stomach or if you've experienced this and it is going to be triggering to you. You have been warned. Viewers' discretion is highly advised.
Who performed over 1,200 abortions says the procedure is really like.
Second trimester D&E abortions performed between roughly 14 and 24 weeks of gestation. Your patient today is 17 years old. She's 22 weeks pregnant. Her baby is the length of your hand plus a couple of inches. And she's been feeling her baby kick for the last several weeks. She's asleep on an operating room table. You walk into that operating room scrubbed and gowned, and after removing laminaria, you introduce a suction catheter into the uterus. This is a 14 French suction catheter. If she were 12 weeks pregnant or less, basically the width of your hand or smaller, you could basically do the entire procedure with this. But babies this big don't fit through catheters this size. After suctioning the amniotic fluid out from around the baby, you introduce an instrument called the Sofer clamp. It's about 13 inches long. It's made of stainless steel. The business end of this clamp is about 2.5 inches long and 1/2 inch wide. There are rows of sharp teeth. This is a grasping instrument. When it gets a hold of something, it does not let go. A D&E procedure is a blind abortion, so picture yourself introducing this and grabbing anything you can blindly and pull, and I do mean hard, and out pops a leg about that big, which you put down on the table next to you. Reach in again, pull out an arm about the same length, which you put down on the table next to you, and use this instrument again and again to tear out the spine, the intestines, the heart, and lungs. Head in the baby that size is about the size of a large plum. Can't see it, but you pretty good idea you've got it if you've got your instrument around something and your fingers are spread about as far as they go. You know you did it right if you crush down on the instrument and white material runs out of the cervix. That was the baby's brains. Then you could pull out skull pieces. And you have a day like I had a lot of times. Sometimes a little face comes back and stares back at you. Congratulations, you just successfully performed a second trimester D&E abortion. You just affirmed her right to choose.
Now, it's really hard to stomach that, to be honest, to hear that, to think about the face that he had to see over and over again. And really, that's what you're aligning yourself with.
Your choice. So miss me with the whole my body, my choice. Your choice is to be an adult. Your choice is to say, I don't want any children right now. Let me get condoms. Let me pack up on this plan B, okay? Or let me abstain from sex. Because weirdly enough, everybody's so pressed and bent on having a child, but you're not worried about getting an STD, which is rampant more high in America than children. To hear the procedure, to see the audience members, who's really predominantly this color, cringe. And you mean to tell me that I'm supposed to be pro-choice? And you mean to tell me that that's not real? Those are just cells. It's not a baby. But you hear him ripping out limbs and limbs, spinal cord. But it's cells. You can join the masses if you want to, but I refuse to. I'm happy that Roe versus Wade was overturned. So just maybe now, you women, because it ain't the men, it's a lot of men that I've talked to, that I've experienced, cried when the women make those choices. Because they have no choice, it's their body. But you want to sit there when you were on their body that was inside of you, that made that life that was in what that's within you. But it's your body, your choice. I don't want to hear about finances and stuff like that. I don't want to hear about embarrassment and stuff like that. I'm tired of the excuses. Because as a woman who got pregnant at 16 years old and could distinguish and decipher that, you know what, this is not this baby's fault for me making a dumb decision as a kid. Maybe I'll give it up for adoption. I didn't get that choice because my baby passed away. It's wicked. It's evil. And I'm saddened for those that actually went through it and that have to grapple with the choices that they made. And like I said, I have family members that went through it. And it's so unfortunate to hear them years later in their 50, 60 own and talk about that experience and what they went through. So miss me with the whole, they're just cells. Because if they were just cells, that's something you can get rid of with a plan B and call it a day. But when you literally got to go in there and get this child sucked and plucked up out of you, miss me with that. I don't want to hear about no my choice, my body. Make that choice when you're laying in that bed about your body. This is the reason why I don't talk about stuff like this, because, baby, y'all rely on the government too much. It's so hypocritical. I remember when they were dragging Abbott here in the state of Texas because, oh my gosh, how dare he not have his people out there wear masks? He said it was your choice to do so. I'm going to put it on the businesses. Oh, how dare he? Because again, we don't want responsibility for our own actions. We want to put it on the government, the same government that we're trying to overthrow. Just ignorance. We don't know what we want. Defund the police. But then when your butt getting hit upside your head or somebody breaking into your house and they pussyfoot around and not get to you on time, you looking crazy. But you talking about defund the police. Just ignorant. Now you want to get mad because they overthrew. And if y'all really knew what Roe versus Wade was a white woman who lied. She lied about getting great. She lied, y'all. Look it up. That's where the whole law came in. She lied. She lied, y'all. She made up this big whole story that she got great. And, this is the reason why she wanted this whole abortion and stuff like that. It was no way, y'all. It wasn't. Do your research. I'll break it down one day. She lied. She was a liar. Okay? And for us to have our backs on Christianity and we're supposed to be a America, of God and stuff like that, we trust. None of us are trusting in God. You're trusting in the government. That's why you're so pressed that this got overturned. For me, I've always been in control of my destiny with the will of the Lord. I remember telling myself just some months back, well, I'm going to be 35. I'm not pregnant yet. Well, that's it for me. I'm not, because I said 35. And I had to go back and say, God, your will be done for my life. Whatever you say. However many more children you bless me with. Or if you don't, I'm okay with that. See, that's how you're supposed to be. Not, oh, dang, I can't afford another one. Oh, God, got to get rid of it. What the heck? Y'all act like y'all taking out trash. Do better with yourself. If you don't want children, do what you need to do to make sure that doesn't happen in the time that you don't want it to happen. Otherwise, close your legs. I just can't. Sorry. I don't care. It's too many excuses out there for us wrong people. And getting upset at the government for the government doing what the government does. Now what? You're going to go out there and jump on people and get pregnant just to prove a point? That's stupid. That's silly. Like I said, me and my husband are husband and wife. And we've been doing natural birth control. Bobbing and weaving at ovulation season if that's not what we want. Like I said, I planned my baby. Demi was planned. And we watched my ovulation. We watched my body. We understood what it was, when I can, and this, and that, and the third. We made it happen, and it happened. And then when we had that conversation, well, this is not what we want. That's not. Y'all need to do that even in relationships. And if you learn how to date before, you'll know he was an F ninja. Like I said, this ain't that little scale of people getting raped and incestual situations is very small. The real numbers out there are people saying, I can't afford this, or, oh no, I want to be able to travel. I saw on TikTok a 21-year-old try to have a doctor tie her tubes at 21 because she didn't want it to prevent her from traveling the world. Come on now. And the doctor was like, I'm not going to do that. You might meet somebody traveling the world. 21 years old. And all these commercials and ads showing that children are lower than pets. It was a Halo commercial that I saw for dog food that made kids look so horrible and dogs be just so much better than kids. Really? The word of God said children are blessed. And hell, you was a child. What are we talking about? I love my babies. And me seeing my husband interact with his son that I had nothing to contribute to made me want children by him. Because I was like, wow. And then when my children came in this world, I was like, look at God. I want a lot of these because I saw the manifestation of his promise. Children are a beautiful thing. But if you don't want them in a time or whatever the case may be, do what you have to do to make sure that that happens. But I feel like abortions is a cop-out. It's a cop-out. I don't care what you want to say to me. I don't care what the comments going to say. Don't look, okay? If you are a child of God, this is an awesome thing. If you're a child of the world, of course, you feel like, oh, how dare you? Oh, I can go kill this baby. When again, they have Plan B pills on the shelf. Why are you waiting so late anyway? Heck, I remember a situation back then, years ago. I was like, oh, no, it was right afterwards. Boop. Sure did. You know, if you've been in a situation to where it's not conducive, be it rape, be it incestual, pop that, bloop. Why are you going to wait until you hear a heartbeat? And it don't make sense to me why people wait so far in advance. Or they feel the baby moving and be like, oh, no, can't do it. What? Don't make no sense to me. Anyways, y'all, that is my perspective on the Roe versus Wade overturning. And that is it for the video. This video is an hour and it's going to go an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to wrap it here. So first and foremost, in regards to the industry, I am not the standard, but there is a standard. And if I want to be in the industry, I have to meet that standard. That's just like if I want to go work at McDonald's, I have to wear a particular uniform. And at the McDonald's I worked at, your hair could not touch your collar. Okay? That's just like in the military. Your hair couldn't touch your collar. Anywhere you go, if it's a work environment, there's a level of standards and a level of professionalism that you have to meet. Be it you like it or not, don't work there. Okay? No different from the industry. You don't have your baby on your hip with a bottle while you're walking on the runway auditioning for a fashion show. Okay? You're showing them what they can expect. I don't care what you say at me. Okay? Now, in regards to women handling the honest truth from a man, I feel like we can, but know men that there are going to be ramifications and consequences for whatever it is that you're coming honest and truth with. And know that that honesty is not for her. It's for you. As long as you can sleep at night and say that you were honest and genuine, it is what it is. However way she responds, that's just how she responds. And you have to just make sure that y'all can get past that. And if you can't, well, you know that you went out being honest. And that's all that is important in regards to that. Lastly, in regards to this Roe versus Wade situation, I said what I said. I don't care. Okay? Don't feel any kind of way. And at the end of the day, this does not affect me in any kind of way. I'm in a marriage. I can have this conversation with my husband. We can distinguish and decide if and when we want children or not. And we do what we need to do. And we've been just fine with 2 kids this whole time. Then we going on 8 next year. And we ain't had no oops or nothing like that. Okay? So at the end of the day, you guys, that is straight talk. I'm not going to open up the floors because it's been a long one. And I don't want to go overboard. But I thank y'all so very much for tuning in to another installation of Straight Talk with Whitney D. I highly appreciate you guys. And until next time, make sure you guys tune in on tomorrow. We are going to start our new series, The Road to Illinois for R. Kelly. We are full steam ahead. Just what? Tomorrow we'll be a freaking month away from his trial in Illinois. Okay. So I want you guys to tune in. Same bat time, same bat place here on Whitney D TV. Thank you guys so very much. And I'll see you next week for another installation of Straight Talk. Deuces.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute or get some boo.